Okay, now this is a very, very exciting panel. We can do better than that. Liverpool, how we feeling? Please welcome to the stage. Let's get rowdy, everyone, for this next celebrity panel with the cast of The X-Files. Starting with Annabeth Gish. Let's get rowdy for Liverpool. Annabeth Gish is here. We also have Brian Thompson. Please welcome Nicholas Lee. Oh, that's an entrance, Brian. I love it. I love it. Nicholas Lee, everybody. Oh, there's a wrestler pose right there. And please, Liverpool, show your appreciation for the lovely Gillian Anderson. Let's hear it for Gillian Anderson, Liverpool. Prettiest thing. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, the cast of The X-Files. Don't they look fabulous?
Part of the cast.
Yes, indeed. So if you guys are just joining us for the first time, I'm going to fangirl here for a moment, but we have our microphones ready here, number 1, number 2 at the top, number 3, and number 4. But first, let's just check in and see how you've been enjoying Comic-Con Liverpool so far, meeting all of your adoring fans. How's it been going?
It's been good. They're busy. I appreciate it.
I want to see more adoration,
Not reaching your quota today.
frankly, but you know.
Brian, how's it been
Yeah.
going?
Nick needs more adulation, is that what you said? I was hoping to get as much adulation as Nick. Really enjoying it. This is my first Monopoly event, and I really got to thank Monopoly for really putting it together. This is the most organized, well-run, least bottleneck convention I have ever seen, ever.
Cheers, Monopoly, then. How's it been going for you so far?
I have had a blast, and I love Liverpool. I've just this whole experience has been fabulous, truly.
We're so happy that you come all the way here to Liverpool, and they are a fun, rowdy crowd. I know they're going to have great questions for you, but just a quick one from me. As we're here to see all of you as celebrities here at Comic-Con, we're a fan of yours. What are you a fan of when it comes to films, TV, franchises maybe represented here at Comic-Con? What fandom speaks to you?
That's such a broad question. I'm a fan of in genre. I'm a fan of smart, believable, realistic sci-fi horror. You know, Mike Flanagan, etc. And then all the oldies, right? Jimmy Stewart's my favorite actor. So.
Me? Are you talking entertainment? What we're a fan of any entertainment? What we're a fan of ever? Like, cause I'm a fan of my girlfriend. I am. She's like the most amazing person on the planet. 27 years. We need a new label for a relationship that's been 27 years and hasn't been decreed by some official document. I mean, if any of you guys have a good label for that, come up to me. I'd like to know. Are entertainment like podcasts? Are podcasts included?
Just what entertains you. You know, everyone's a fan of something.
Oh, Lex Friedman, Andrew Huberman. You guys, who's a Lex Friedman podcaster? Nobody. Oh man, I'm that weird. I'm really a fan of 2 of the shows I was on. Really, $3 million. Wow, and that was like
I
20.
like documentaries.
Yes, as do I.
That's pretty much. Well,
Annabeth, what are you watching? What are you entertained by?
well, it's always you can tell when your Netflix queue or your YouTube queue comes up, and we have a broad spectrum in my family. But when my YouTube queue comes up, it's always astrology and mysticism and murder. And then when my husband and sons, it's usually mountain biking and rock climbing. So, but those are some of our fandoms.
We're like AI recreations of 14th century Paris. Very exciting.
If we could walk down memory lane just for a moment, I'd love to know your earliest memories of being on the set and earliest memories of meeting each other.
was a long, long time ago, and I can't remember when we met. Really? I met Nick for the first time at a convention.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it wasn't on the set.
I met David and Jillian in a hospital bed in the first season as a completely different character than the one I ended up playing. I'd been in a car making out with a woman who turned into a man. And that sent me to hospital, apparently.
One of Jillian and I spent the night together on a bridge in a car. That was my first scene with Jillian. And to this day, she's the only person I've ever spent the night on a bridge with.
Did we have any conversation?
We did.
Like as characters?
It was first season, and you were young and in love, and so was I.
Who was I in love with? It was first season?
Yeah, you had, I think you had a boyfriend.
Oh.
I feel like this is going
Am
to
I making that up?
It was not intended.
Painting quite a picture there, Brian. I'm here for it.
Well, it doesn't have to be true.
That's right. That's fair. Well, we're going to go to the fans because I already see people are lining up. I'm actually going to go to microphone 2, if I may, on the left here because you've been so patient. Thank you. How are you?
Hi, I'm Roxy. So my question is, we know the new X-Files revival's coming out with Ryan Coogler developing it. So my question is, if any of you were asked to return, would you agree?
I just want to keep hearing you talk.
I need subtitles.
I think that almost anybody that's attached to it in any way, shape, or form is not really speaking about it. That's my guess, and also that it's going to be taking a very, very different approach. So only time will tell, I suppose.
Stay tuned, Roxy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Brian's discovered we do have subtitles. If you need them,
And just as an addendum, I think that anything Ryan Coogler does will be brilliant because he is a brilliant filmmaker, and I look forward to seeing whatever world he creates.
Yes, beautifully said. Thank you, Roxy. We'll go to microphone number 1 here on the right. Hi there.
Hi. I was just wondering, what was it like to see yourself on The Simpsons, and was that a fun experience?
It was fun to do. It was odd to do because it was David and I did it separately, so it would have been a little bit different, I think, if we'd been in the same room while we were doing it, because we also didn't see ourselves as the characters yet, and then it did, at least in the old days, it used to take them 6 months to produce the show, and so it felt a little bit like a bubble. And it wasn't kind of like the immediate gratification that I think I was hoping for, because I was so desperate to see it. But it was, it's a very proud moment to be a character on The Simpsons.
I just quickly wanted to say that this show in particular kind of has opened, I don't want to speak for myself, but it's opened up sort of wild opportunities for me. We were just talking a bit of the White House, on and on and on and on, skydiving with,
What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying that, I don't know. It's really hot in here.
You were skydiving
No.
into the White House?
No, the opportunities that have come my way because of this particular show have been
How did
very...
skydiving?
Because I went skydiving with the
on
Golden
this-
Knights, when they're the crack U.S. Navy skydiving team.
Oh, because you were on the X-Files?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice for you.
Incredible. I was in New York at the Upfronts, which is where they introduce shows and to give their lineup, etc. And Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons, was there, and ended up talking to him at length in a bar. And he said, "Hey, when you come back to Los Angeles, why don't you come to a read-through?" And I said, "Oh God, I'd love to do that, And we went, and it was this massive table with all the cast, all this food, winners of contests from all over the world, and I sat and watched these guys do a reading of the script, and it's just one of those things kind of that you'll never forget. You know, it's remarkable.
The Simpsons are still going. Very cool. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that question. We'll go to microphone number 3, way up at the top on the right.
Hi, my name's Scarlett. I have a question for all of you. What was your favourite series or film of X-Files to film?
So of the 2 films, which was our favorite?
Yeah, and which series?
What's your favorite?
What's the, oh, right.
Your favorite too?
Yeah, it was, oh gosh. Maybe the 3rd season, the 3rd series, because it was, that's when, I think that was when Memento Mori was. So there was one that was, it was the first one that was written for Scully, or with Scully in mind. And so I felt like in the 3rd season, I got to, you know, spread my wings a bit and stuff. So probably that season.
I personally believe that like 3, 4, and 5, or 4, 5, and 6 in there are sort of, I believe, the best episodes of the entire show. And my personal favorites are the Tunguska and Terma, where we went to Russia and all sorts of havoc broke loose.
I would have to say, and this is not to make the night on the bridge with Jillian in the car any less important, because it was remarkably important to me and I hold it very dear. But the scene with David Duchovny on the submarine, because that was when I realized that I got tied into the mythology of the X-Files, of the character I was doing. And that was important.
For me personally, my 2 favorites were 4D and Audrey Polly. And I think as everyone kind of references, not in a selfish way, our own favorites or our own work, it's just what happened to us perhaps when we were in the filmmaking experience of it. You know, for me personally, both of those episodes were really just resonant and exciting and kind of magical.
I also think Home was wildly audacious and brave and creepy and fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go to microphone 4 here on the top left. Hiya.
Hi, can you hear me? Okay, good. So my question is not X-Files related. It's you're probably aware of the big debate going around method acting. So I wanted your opinion on what method acting has become, and for the ladies, whether you think you could get away with such behavior on set.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't personally. I've never heard of a woman method actor before. I've met and worked with a few actors, male actors. You know, and I'm whatever floats their boat, whatever they feel helps them to get to where they need to get to. It's, you know, sometimes it can be quite disruptive to everybody else in the creative process. I've had that experience, but at the end of the day, if it delivers the results that it does sometimes deliver for people and wins Oscars and etc., then, you know, that's great. Do I think that women would be able to get away with it? Quite possibly not. Quite possibly not, yeah.
Thank you. Great question.
I worked on a film called Vertical Limit with Scott, and Scott Glenn was one of the other actors, and unbeknownst to me, he was in character the whole time. And I went out to dinner with him. It was a very small table, and it was Bill Paxton, Robin Tunney, Scott Glenn, and I were sitting at a table. He didn't look at me, he didn't speak to me, he didn't say anything to me. And I finished my meal, and I got up and I grabbed a couple of bills and I threw them on the table. I was like, and I walked out, and because I didn't know. And then I saw him during the press junket, and he was like the world's nicest guy. And I was like, oh my God, what have I done? I'm just gonna curl up here. Little kid.
I have not been subjected to any bad experiences from method actors, and I agree with Jillian. What gets you there? We're wild and varied creatures, and what twiddles our buttons and makes our gears spin and lubricates them is vast and various.
That's a very tricky question, especially because when I looked back at the monitor, it said metadata.
Yeah.
So I thought you were talking about something completely different. Metadata and method acting. Yeah, it's tricky because the creative process is very, it's personal, and yet I do think that a lot of men have been able to get away with a lot more in the past. I think that's changed because it's just comfort and discretion and communication is important, and so is safety. So yeah, I think the rules have changed.
Very well said. Great question. We have a lot of aspiring actors and creatives in the audience, so appreciate that. We're going to go to microphone number 1, please, on the right. Hi.
Hi. I just want to ask, how much creative freedom do you get in shaping the personalities of your characters, and how much of your own personality do you put into that?
I don't want to suck all the oxygen out of the room, but I always come to set with thoughts and ideas and maybe possibly different ways of doing things, which sometimes is wonderful and exciting, and sometimes you get very much shut down, which is also acceptable. But I did the episode I was talking about, Gender Bender. Rob Bowman, who along with Kim Manners were responsible for probably 60 or 70% of the episodes that were shot on that show. And they were both lovely guys, and they were tremendous to work with. When I did Gender Bender, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know Rob, I didn't know him. And there was I was supposed to look out the car window and see this a woman turn into a man. And I said, well, because we're inside the car, wouldn't it be cool if we fogged it up? And Rob was like, yeah. So we went and got a kettle, and we put a kettle on in between each take and steam it up, and I rub it down and look out the window. And so all that kind of stuff allows me to feel very much a part of the process, and it's when you get your ideas accepted, then you see them in the theater or on television. It's pretty exciting.
It all depends on the director, in a sense, and depending on the project. My experience is just in terms of the degree to which it feels like a collaborative experience is very, very different depending on the project. And there are certain projects where I get the sense very, very early on that that thoughts are not welcome, and that there's no movement, and I'm cool with that. I just show up and do what I do, and then there are some times where I don't really have much to say about it. There's no real input that I have because I feel like it doesn't warrant any or need any, and then every once in a while there's something where I've gotten involved really early on in the process, and it's been very much felt like The Fall felt very collaborative, a series that I did, and that was really the first time for me that I really had that experience, and it was incredibly empowering and enjoyable. But I'm also cool to just show up and just say the lines.
I loved that show. I loved The Fall. It was so good. Yeah.
I didn't see it. But I know it's great. Quickly, there's a phrase you hear a lot, the exigencies of production. And if the show's behind schedule, you come in with a creative idea, they're gonna tell you to get out of their face. Because so many times you just have to get the day, you just have to get it shot. There isn't room for it. And then the other time when you get a lot of creative input is if you're the star of the show, which I've never been. So depending on how much power you have, it depends on how much you get listened to. It's a sad fact of reality, and that's probably pretty true all through wherever it's a corporation or the government. But yeah, I've been listened to, and I've been go-laid.
You concur, Annabeth? She concurs. We have a question from a very lovely girl right here, number 2. Hello, what's your name?
My name's Willow.
Hi, Willow.
Hi, Willow.
What's your question?
What was it like to be a role, and what was it like on the set?
What was it like to be on the show, and what was it like to be on the set?
To be on the show, what was it like? It was very cool. It was fun. We worked all day long and all night long, and because it was such a popular show that people seemed to really like it, and so, and it, yeah.
You know, what was really fun was when sometimes we would work such crazy late hours, like we're talking like 22 hours, and we would have to remember these lines, and we would just burst into hysteria, like the giggles.
Into laughter.
Giggles that, and you knew that the clock was ticking and everybody was tired, and they'd be like, ah. But then if you just couldn't stop laughing hysterically, and Jillian, you were a giggler. I always remember watching you run in high heels and then sometimes do these pratfalls, and then we'd start like cascades of giggles that were just hysterically funny, and it was hard to pull yourself back from those giggles.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to stop laughing.
We called out as a giggler for sure. That just happened.
It's not happening right now.
No.
That sounds fun, doesn't it, Willow? Thank you so much. Round of applause for Willow and her fabulous question. Excellent job, Willow. We've got a question up at the top, microphone 3 on the right. Hey there.
Hi, my name is Honorata, and I'm with my friend Adam here, who is a bit shy, so he wanted to say to you, Jillian, that he has a massive crush on you. And he's good looking and 31, and he's hiding right now. Okay, but back to the questions. I just wanted to, I was reading somewhere that you, Jillian, lied about your age when you were casting for X-Files. So my question is to all of you, like, any of you needed to do something unusual to get the role?
There's so many jokes.
We had to sign NDAs.
I believe it was fairly straightforward.
The tension with a knife right now.
Oh, no, I just auditioned several times.
And the rest is history. We're so glad you did. Thank you. What was your friend's name?
Adam.
Hi, everyone say hi, Adam. Hi, Adam. He's covering his...
He will be waiting outside of the venue.
Oh. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you, Adam. We've got a question up here at number 4 on the left. Hi.
Hi. So me and my dad are big fans of the show. So what episode do you all consider to be the scariest? Because for me, Victor Toombs still freaks me out to this day.
I would say Toombs, yeah.
I liked Home. So again, I'll just say it again. I just thought it was brave and creepy, and the network actually, in fact, said I think that they were fighting to actually have it aired because
I think it wouldn't air in Minnesota. They wouldn't allow it to air in Minnesota. Yeah. Yeah, in Minnesota.
Why wouldn't they air it?
Do you remember the episode?
Put your hands over your ears, Lily, wherever you are. It was this woman who had no arms and no legs, and they kept her under a bed, and she had children, and those children begot children from her, and they were. It's
That is creepy.
Do you have a scariest episode? Ryan or Annabelle? Freaked out.
I think Tombs as well.
I have to tell you, I just rewatched both of the films, and I forgot how terrifying they were, the films as well. My goodness. Thank you for your question. Appreciate it. We'll go back to microphone 1 here on the right. Oh, you're repping the show. We love it.
Thank you. I'm a huge fan of the show, and I've just always been curious about whether you are satisfied with the ending that your character got, or is there something you wish had been done differently or that you would change?
By you, do you mean me?
All of you, but including you, Kelly.
Well, I can be super quick. I'm still out there cloning in the universe.
And I wish I hadn't been shot in the forehead.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, I was shot in the forehead too, but I really wish I'd never put a cigarette in cigarette smoking man's neck. That was just weird. And I'd like to pretend it didn't happen.
I wish I'd been shot in the forehead. I don't, of course I don't. Oh, there were so many things. I mean, you know, little things, big things. Little things, big things. Yeah. It's too long of a sentence, conversation, paragraph to start now. And why bother?
Jillian, we'll meet you and Adam out the back.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's go to microphone 2. Hello, sir.
Hello, my name's Harrison. My question is for all of you. What was your favourite episode and why?
My favorite episode remains Bad Blood. I mean, I say that, but I haven't actually rewatched any soon to choose a different. I mean, recent. Sorry, I'm done. I'm so fucking tired. Sorry, Harrison. Bad me. Bad me, Harrison. I'm very sorry.
Bad me.
It's been a long weekend. Yes, Bad Blood. I just, everything about it makes me laugh, and it was fun to shoot, and yeah, that's fine.
Tunguska Terma. Well, those are 2 episodes. One's called Tunguska, and one's called Terma, and they were a 2-parter.
Yeah. I really also, I already mentioned another favorite show, but the baseball episode, the first one that David Duchovny directed, it just cracked me up to watch him pretend that he was the alien bounty hunter, pretending to be me, and David getting real tough and weird. I enjoyed watching him do that.
Yeah, 4D and Audrey Polly.
Thank you, Harrison. Great question. We'll go up to microphone 3 up at the top on the right. Hi there.
Hi, my name's Gail. Thanks for coming. I went to ask Brian and Nick because we need to give Gillian a rest. Did you guys enjoy playing the baddies, and did any fans give you a hard time about it?
Nick passed. Yeah, I said, go ahead, Brian. That gives you a chance to improve on what I say, so I'm nervous. First off, baddies never think they're bad. They just, like all people, end up making mistakes or doing bad things. And the alien bounty hunter was doing a really good thing because he was ridding the planet of unauthorized, illegal alien clones. You need that. You don't get an invasive species taking over.
Listen, I echo what Brian said. There's no one, it's boring playing a purely good person, and nobody is just purely bad, and they never see themselves as being bad. I always try to find, if I can, that crack or the eye of that needle, and try to get through that if possible, while still, making it entertaining to watch. My whole goal, and I told some people this weekend, was to always be despicable, but also be somewhere likable in there, And I don't know if I hope I accomplished that, but it was great fun to sort of ride that razor's edge,
Thank you, Gail. Great question.
Thank you.
We'll go to microphone number 4 at the top left. Hi.
Hi, my name's Emelina. I'm really sorry this question is kind of for you, Gillian. So, in season 1, I think it's season 1, episode 8, the episode is very heavily inspired by the film The Thing. I was just wondering whether you'd seen the film before filming that episode, or whether you were asked to watch the film prior to filming it.
I know that I had seen it, but I don't know whether I had seen it because they told me to, or whether I had seen it. I think I'd seen it myself already. I think I had, yeah, so knew of what they were referring to.
Thank you.
Yeah, I always forget about that episode, but it was cool.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Thank you so much. We'll go to microphone number 1 here on the right. Hi.
Hi, massive pleasure to speak to you all. I just love you all so much. I'm really grateful for you being here generally, so thank you. Quick one about mysteries. So a lot of questions were asked throughout the series. Some were resolved, many weren't. Are there any mysteries, any big storyline questions that went unresolved that you might really wanted an answer to?
For sure. I would love to know where my character came from, what the hell he really was doing, if there was any stories. And, I asked Chris Carter, and it's like, we'll just leave it a mystery, Brian.
I think the silence speaks for itself.
Thank you.
Not that it wasn't a good question. Please don't take that personally.
I mean, I think it's really interesting how, like, what's happening currently with 12 or 14 American scientists now missing, I mean, that's a big question.
I don't know about that. What scientists are missing?
Well, and it's not a conspiracy theory. It's actually
Yeah,
like
I know, but
governmental. There are, I think there are 12, and a lot of them have been associated with UFO and Area 51 awareness, and they don't know if it's government suppression or where they've disappeared to.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a legitimate. I mean, you guys have heard of it, right? Okay. Yeah. I mean.
And in China as well.
NASA, yeah, a lot of NASA, and yes. Yeah.
And they all went
What is
to
it, that
the same
thing that
time.
was flying in outer space that looked like a rectangle and had lots of lights on it? What happened to that? It had a number to it. What? Yeah, what happened to
Atlas
that?
3I, or that, sometimes it was called Atlas 3I.
Is it? Okay.
The truth is often stranger.
3I Atlas, that's what it was. I learned that on YouTube. It was big in the astrology community.
Annabeth's coming in with the hot facts, just keeping everyone updated. I love
Clearly
it.
not.
Did you mean astrology or astronomy?
I'm not bright enough to know astronomy. I'm saying astrology.
I see.
What's your sign?
I'm sorry, I don't have an answer to your question.
That's fine, thank you.
But if you hear anything about that rectangle, you let us know. He's on it. He's on it. Thank you, sir. We have a question here at number 2 on the left. Hi.
Hi guys, absolute pleasure to see you all here. It's amazing. My question is to Gillian and Annabeth. So I don't know if you'll remember or can remember. I may have been in denial at the time, but Chris Carter said in an interview just before the series ended in season 9 that he had planned the show to continue with Reyes and Doggett, and then he was going to use Scully and Mulder for the movies. Was that ever presented to you guys at all?
Never heard that before.
Okay, I have one very quick question then, and this is for Nick. You've been punched a lot in the show, a real lot, and I just wanted to know, did anyone like David or Mitch accidentally punch you for real?
Yeah, there's a scene where and we were at the airport, and you may not remember this, but you're there as well. And David is on the phone, and I walk up, and he's supposed to hit me in the face with the telephone, and well, he just drilled me in the forehead with the phone. And he, to this day, he jokes about it because I was like falling down, saying, "Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep going, keep going." And there's like a round circle like in the middle of my forehead. But no, listen, probably the most punched up person on television, but I went to Chris Carter one day and I said, "Chris, can I just hit him once?" And he said, "No." "No, sir." And I'm like, "Okay."
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Only at Comic-Con can the questions start with, "You were punched a lot." And we had a great story of it. Thank you for that. We're going to go to microphone number 4 up at the top left.
Hi, my name's Jay. I've got quite a simple question for you. Do you guys believe the truth is out there?
Annabeth?
I love this question. I think there are multiple truths, and they're all happening at the same time. I believe in quantum physics and quantum chemistry. I learned today, is Sam Ginsberg here today? No, he's a student at Cambridge, and he's studying quantum chemistry, which is so freaking cool. I believe there are multiple truths happening on multiple timelines.
And she's also very high right now, so keep that
Do you guys know who Sam Hoffman is? No, don't listen to his podcast either. Maybe those guys only have like one. But he's a mathematician, neuroscientist who's on his way to proving that the base layer of reality that is below quantum mechanics, like what is quantum mechanics made of? He's proving mathematically that it is consciousness, which is like, if there's a mind-bending thought, that our consciousness is what truly is underneath all of it. It's a fascinating podcast to listen to. Sam Hoffman, go listen to it. So that's another truth that
Question.
is out there, yeah.
Just human consciousness?
Well, what is conscious and what isn't conscious? Now we can all debate that. All of us will have a different opinion.
Well, I mean, I would, I'll take you to task on that.
Yeah, Sam
But,
Hoffman, neuroscientist, University of California, Irvine.
Like animal as well as, all, because that's a,
Nick, that is a great question, and I don't know if somebody's asked him that.
Fair enough. What's your favorite episode?
Of Sam Hoffman's podcast?
Yeah.
I think the one he did on Lex Friedman.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Do I think the truth? Right, sorry. Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, I think that there is so much that we don't know, and unfortunately, a lot of what we don't know could be answered by studying various parts of planet Earth, like in the rainforests under the ocean and it's all been destroyed. So we'll never know.
Thank you for your question.
That's
Seems
what
to
I
me
got
that
to
it's
say.
impossible that the truth is not out there. I don't know if that makes sense, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. It must be.
I think we always have to keep looking, and that we always will. If there is an ultimate answer to everything, I'd be like, you know, let's say I told you the answer right now. You go, is that it? Oh, well, I guess we don't have to search anymore. So we're always going to be searching.
That sounds hopeful. I like that. We're going to go to one final question as we're running out of time. Right here on the microphone on the right. Hi, number one.
Hi, this question's for Gillian, sorry. In the fall, I love it, by the way, it's a really good show. You were fantastic in it. What was the hardest scene to film in that? Because it was pretty traumatic, I guess.
Actually, you know what? The hardest scenes were the scenes in the, what's it called, in the incident room? Or the room where I'm sitting and my whole team is around and I'm constantly talking about theories, about what's happening and asking questions. It was pages and pages and pages of dialogue, and so very selfishly that was the hardest stuff to shoot because you know, a lot of this other stuff, it's pretty easy to compartmentalize the subject matter in a sense, and so much of those scenes are about connection with the other actor or the other human being, and so those incident room scenes were just all about facts and getting the facts right in order and etc. So that was the most challenging.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great questions, everyone. We appreciate that so much. Just a final question for me. I'll start with you, Annabeth. After you leave us here at Comic-Con Liverpool, and thank you all for being here and making memories with us, not only on the X-Files, but here in person. It's been amazing. What's next for you, whether it's something professional you're working on or something you're personally looking forward to? After you leave us here, what's next for you?
I fly home tomorrow and I start work on a new show, which is great. I'm excited about joining a new show. And
what's it called?
Well, I can't.
Oh, sorry.
I know that sounds so cheeky. It's like I can't share those news. And Mayfair Witches is coming out season 3 very soon. Woo! And yeah, that's it.
You can see Brian Thompson on this season of Fallout, episodes 2 and 4, and hopefully recurring on 911. They keep bringing me back, and they haven't resolved my storyline on Fallout, so stay tuned.
I will go home to our barely contained insanity with our 2 7-year-old daughters. And then I start a show at the end of the month that is a great show that I'm very excited about that I can tell you nothing about because I signed an NDA.
Stay tuned.
Apologies.
Yeah.
I think they're making it up. Oh yeah, and I'm starting a show in a couple of weeks.
Can you tell us about
It's
it?
really great, it's got some really big stars.
Touche.
I'm about to finish filming Boys from Brazil, which I've been doing with Jeremy Strong, and there's a film that I did with Jane Schoenbrunn called Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma. That's I'm really excited about it, and that's going to Cannes in a couple of weeks, in like the week after next. So very, very cool. And yeah.
Well, we're wishing you continued success. This has been so fun. You guys were great with your questions, so creative. Please show your appreciation for some of the cast.
I just quickly want to say very quickly that everybody's been so kind. Met so many wonderful, lovely people from so many different countries, which I love. And Liverpool's been very kind to us. This con's been very kind to us, and it's been my pleasure to be here. So thank you.